Hello, and welcome to Overlooked Headlines. We're the podcast designed to share headlines from America and around the world that have been disregarded or overlooked, but are critical to our lives and well-being. It's our mission to inform with the headlines and then inspire through biblical words, which we call His Lines, that once heard and applied will help to strengthen our faith in God as we navigate this journey called life. Now, here's the host of Overlooked Headlines, Jeff Bass.
Hello again, and welcome to another episode of Overlooked Headlines. I'm Jeff Bass. Here's today's headline breakdown. Scotland bans wood-burning stoves from new homes to fight climate change. MasterCard announces a new AI suite with biometrics to combat fraud and theft. This week's In Case You Missed It headline, Meta partners with Ray-Bans to present augmented reality sunglasses. And our top headline will be Mutant Madness. Chinese scientists create mutant Ebola virus. And as always, we will close with His Lines. Here's our first headline. Scotland bans wood-burning stoves from new homes to fight climate change. A new law in Scotland prohibits the installation of new wood-burning stoves in new homes that are constructed beginning at the start of April, with it touted as being another way to tackle climate change and lower emissions. The crux of this change lies in the April 2024 version of the Domestic Technical Handbook issued by the Scottish government, which mandates that every new building must be designed and constructed to eschew direct emission heating systems. However, this prohibition comes with some nuances. While wood-burning stoves are not outright banned in Scotland, the new rules exclusively target new build homes, disallowing the installation of wood-burning stoves therein. Every building must be designed and constructed in such a way that the means by which space within the building is heated or cooled and by which hot water is made available in the building isn't by means of a direct emission heating system. However, this standard doesn't apply to alterations to or extension of a pre-2024 building, emergency heating, or heating provided solely for the purpose of frost protection. Moreover, even existing buildings undergoing substantial conversion work are not spared from scrutiny. The regulations dictate the removal of wood-burning stoves in such cases, especially if the existing heat source is located within the portion of the building undergoing conversion. A Scottish Highlands architect firm said, as well as oil and gas heating, log boilers will be banned, and so will solid fuel and wood-burning stoves. What was until last week a substantial renewable heat source now will be outlawed, as well as removing an essential backup source of heat from many off-grid properties will no longer be able to use their wood stoves. Zero Carbon Buildings Minister Patrick Harvey underscores that exemptions exist sparingly for emergency heating systems, but the law includes a clause that may allow for mandated zero direct emissions heating systems to be installed before 2045. We'll keep you updated on this story. Our second headline, MasterCard announces a new AI suite with biometrics to combat fraud and theft. Credit card giant MasterCard has announced a new AI suite called Scam Protect. That's right, Scam Protect, that utilizes behavioral biometrics to track and monitor potential fraud and scams. The company explained how this new system works and what it provides in a recent press release. MasterCard Identity assists in verifying that someone is who they say they are throughout the life cycle of an account. This is critical, however, because scammers open or take over accounts to fraudulently apply for credit, create so-called mule bank accounts to receive stolen funds, or to impersonate someone using a false identity. From the moment an account-to-account or card-based payment is initiated, MasterCard's behavioral biometrics can access physical interactions across devices to identify any unusual behavior, such as hesitating while typing or interacting with the website or app. Specific to real-time account-to-account payments, MasterCard's consumer fraud risk solution provides banks with the intelligence to help detect and prevent payments to scammers. Now, live in the UK with 10 large banks, consumer fraud risk leverages AI and MasterCard's unique view of account-to-account transactions to help banks intervene in real time and stop a payment to a scammer before funds are sent. When a consumer initiates an account-based payment from their bank account, MasterCard enables account validation to confirm account ownership and validate identity details in real time through MasterCard Open Banking, which draws on the safe exchange of consumer permissioned data to facilitate frictionless and secure payments. Scammers also are exploiting new technologies, making their deception and impersonation scams increasingly difficult for consumers to recognize. Building on our initiatives in AI and key partnerships, they say we are supporting financial institutions with insights to better detect and prevent scams while helping consumers learn how to spot them. Moreover, MasterCard has teamed up with telecommunications giant Verizon, providing their data and logistics to help analyze these potential scams. Also, MasterCard revealed that they are also partnering with Intersect, a global financial authentication company that's using MasterCard identity to help financial institutions fight scams. Using MasterCard's behavioral biometrics, Intersect enables banks to step up higher risk transactions, verifying a sender's biometrics to authenticate the transaction. This extra step can protect senders before the funds leave their account, the company went on to explain.
Hey, if you're enjoying this episode, then we'll think you'll love connecting with us on our social media platforms as well, because we post frequent news bites, tips, and alerts to keep you informed and inspired. Now, let's get back to more overlooked headlines with Jeff Bass.
Now, let's turn to this week's In Case You Missed It headline. Man, this is interesting. Meta partners with Ray-Bans to present augmented reality sunglasses. That's right. They've got the reality augmented sunglasses. See into the future. Ray-Ban and Meta teamed up to unveil an artificially intelligent pair of sunglasses that can scan into the world around a person as they walk down a street, among many other bells and whistles. Although released last fall, the shades, which come in all sorts of colors and cost between $300 to $500, were just named by the Wall Street Journal as the high-tech AI gadget worth buying. Not only are Meta's AI tools fun and reliable, but the glasses' built-in cameras make it easier to take pictures and videos when I'm playing with my kids, wrote tech columnist Joanna Stern. A few of those other features on the smartphone-linked glasses include the ability to make calls, to listen to music, and even live stream. They are outfitted with small but mighty speakers in the back of the glasses to hear and interact with this artificially intelligent assistant. The glasses come with a chargeable case as well. As for the stunning visuals, Stern tested the sunglasses and their subtle cameras at the tips of the glasses at an NYC, that's New York City Pet Adoption Center. It was able to differentiate dog breeds, she said. Stern went on to say, when I stared at an adorable puppy and asked what I should feed him, the Meta assistant replied, Quote, a Great Dane puppy requires a high-quality, large breed puppy food that is rich in protein, moderate in fat, and contains appropriate vitamins and minerals, end quote. Stern also compared the Meta Ray bands to two other pieces of hot virtual assistant tech on the market. One was the Rabbit R1, a $200 Palm Pilot and iPod hybrid looking AI device. And the other was the $700 Humane AI pen, which can be attached to your clothes as a personal assistant with a camera. Stern panned both in favor of the glasses, which did a better job with contextual answers. By the way, thank you all for responding to last week's poll question. Over 60% of you said that you would buy the urine-stained pre-washed jeans that we talked about in case you missed it last week. So the question this week is, would you buy the Meta Ray Band sunglasses? Yes or no? Please let us know and we'll share the results and perhaps even give you a shout out next week. So stay right where you are. I've got more.
Still to come, our top headline. And don't miss his lines right here on Overlooked Headlines.
We're back at our top headline. Mutant madness. Chinese scientists create mutant Ebola virus. According to the Daily Mail, Chinese scientists have engineered a virus with parts of Ebola in a lab that killed a group of hamsters. A team of researchers at Hebei Medical University used the contagious disease of livestock and added a protein found in Ebola, which allows the virus to infect cells and spread throughout the human body. The group of hamsters that received the lethal injection developed severe systemic diseases similar to those observed in human Ebola patients, including multi-organ failure, the study shared. The results of this study were predictably horrific. One horrific symptom saw the infected hamsters develop secretions in their eyes, which impaired their vision and scabbed over the surface of their eyeballs. A decade ago, Ebola ravaged parts of Africa, and Ebola has an average fatality rate of 50%. Ebola virus disease, once known by Ebola hemorrhagic fever, is defined by the iconic hemorrhagic fever, but more common symptoms are nonspecific, such as fevers, malaise, headache, diarrhea, or vomiting. The disease can quickly progress to multi-organ system failure, leading to shock, followed by death. The case fatality rate ranges from 25% to 90%, and the average case fatality rate is about 50%. The obvious concern with any of these dangerous biolab experiments, ladies and gentlemen, is the threat of a lab leak. But lab leaks happen, and these incidents could lead to the spread of those outside of the lab. Experts have confirmed that respiratory viruses, which are spread via coughing and sneezing, are more likely to spread widely through a population. Data released this March revealed that lab leak incidents occur every year and included the release of controlled pathogens like tuberculosis and anthrax. There are anywhere from 70 to 100 releases recorded every year. We're definitely going to keep an eye on this story. Now it's time for what we call His Lines, where we take a look at these headlines from a biblical perspective taken from the Word of God. In our top headline, which we just read, we see that Chinese scientists have created a mutant Ebola virus that killed a group of hamsters. As of April 2024, the COVID-19 death toll is at just over 7 million people worldwide. And with the media now constantly bombarding us with the threat of new viruses, such as bird flu, dengue fever, Ebola, and what they call disease X right around the corner. What are we to do, you might ask? Well, don't panic or get fearful. Why? Because 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7 says, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear and timidity, but of power, love, and self-discipline." Did you know that an antidote for fear is the promise of God's presence? He said he would never leave us nor forsake us. Therefore, we can confidently say, "The Lord is my helper. I will not fear. What can man do to me?" Also, what we need to do when we hear all sorts of bad news is to begin to go to the Bible and to meditate on Scripture, especially Psalm 91, because it's one of the most powerful Psalms of protection. Every day, we need to read Psalm 91 and ask the Lord to protect us. Other Psalms of protection to read and meditate on are Psalms 18, Psalm 116, and I leave you with Psalm 121, verses 5 through 8. The Lord himself watches over you. The Lord stands beside you as your protective shade. The sun will not harm you by day, nor the moon at night. The Lord keeps you from all harm and watches over your life. The Lord keeps watch over you as you come and go, both now and forever. Until the next time, this is Jeff Bass with Overlooked Headlines, where we're keeping you informed and inspired. Have a blessed day.
Thanks for joining us. We hope you've been informed and inspired. Like us, tell a friend, and connect with us via Facebook, YouTube, or email us at neveroverlooked@gmail.com. That's neveroverlooked@gmail.com. Check us out next time on Overlooked Headlines with Jeff Bass.